Hi everyone, my name is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you find something that you like. I'm so happy to have you here today. So today I have quite a bit to show you. I have FFOs galore, new starts galore, as well as a haul that is for finishing items that I plan to do and use it for finishing. And then I also have a shop update as well for my nesting seams quilting company over on Etsy. I am going to have a drop on Monday the 11th of September with some new pieces, and so I'm super excited about that, and I'm going to show the items that I will have. So let me just go ahead and get right into it. So the first item that I have to show is my September monthly weigh-in by Stitching with the Housewives for Fat Quarter Shop. Fat Quarter Shop puts on this every month, and it is a floss pack with classic colorworks as well as the monthly weigh-in pattern that Stitching with the Housewives designed. So this was my whip, my finish, and my FFO. So this is what it looks like. I am so happy with this. I think this looks so good. This is a piece that I actually found at Goodwill when I was in Michigan recently. And it had on this other side, it had a design on it, and I just ripped off the design and I just stuck my finishing on there. And I think it looks so good. This is what it looks like close up. I love, love, love the blue and the pumpkin and the flowers. I think it just really brings everything out. I finished this on sticky board, and the backing piece is a keepsake calico, I believe, from Joann's, so nothing expensive. This is stitched on called for fabric, which is 28 count tea dyed Monaco, and I absolutely love how this turns out. I was so excited to get this done, and I have magnets on the back that you can kind of, there we go, that you can kind of see. I have magnets on the back, so each month I could just pop this off and put my new one on. And this sits in my living room. Again, love it, super excited. I'm super excited about the rest of the series. This was such a fun stitch to do. All right, my next one I have is Summer Sucks by the Witchy Stitcher. This was part of the Stitchy for Witchy SAL that I did, and I FFO'd this on, I believe, the 30th, 29th, something like that, around there. But this is also was a whip that I finished and FFO'd, and this is what it looks like. So I got this frame at Goodwill, and I really liked how it looked, and it fit the stitch perfectly. Honestly, it's not center at all. I just eyeballed it, but I'm very happy with how it turned out. I love it on the pink. At first I didn't, because the orange in the sun did not turn out as well as I would hoped, and then the the white in the skeleton kind of didn't turn out as much either, but I still really like it. This was still a very, very fun thing to do. This only took me a few days to do, so I'm very happy with how this looks. All right, my next FFO, which was a pattern I did a year ago when I first started learning how to cross stitch. I actually stitched 4 strands over 1 on 18 count black Aida, and I had no idea that that was wrong at the time. I just did it. And this is Baking Spirits Bright by Stitching with Housewives. This is what I did. So I FFO'd this, and can we just take a minute to say how beautiful this looks? I'm so excited about it. I think it turned out so cute. So again, this piece, it's very thick, it's stitched wrong, but I still decided to FFO it, so that way I can remember that it was one of my first stitches. And now that I know what to do, I can look back on it and be like, yeah, I didn't do so great on it, but look at that finish. And I think a finish really takes the piece a long way, because you can't even notice that I messed up unless if I told you. I just love how this looks. So this is a one of the decor cutting boards from Hobby Lobby. And then I put sticky board on the back of it and then put the piece right on top. I made the bow, and then the felt gingerbread is from Dollar Tree. And I just love how this turned out. I just think it's so cute. It's been sitting in my craft room in my office for the past week, and I just love looking at it, turning around from work and looking at it. Honestly, it brings me so much joy. I'm so happy with this. Very love how it turned out. Okay, my next one was a new start that I started on, let me see here. I started this on the 4th, so just this week. And I finished this on the 5th. FFO'd it on the 5th. And this is House of Haunts by Stitching with the Housewives. I am obsessed with this piece, you guys. It looks so good. Okay, again, this is one of those pieces that I've been looking at all week, and it's like, it brings me so much joy. I love it. So I finished this on a wood pumpkin piece from Walmart. So this is the back of it. And you can see it kind of has some decor that you can't see from the top, and you can see the stem as well. But this was a super quick finish to do. Super quick to do. I did it during work. And then this was my first time making a bow like this. And can we just admire how those two bows turned out with that bat? The bows, the ribbon, and the bat are all from Dollar Tree. I love how this turned out. I am obsessed with this as well. It turned out super cute. My husband loves this. When my daughter saw it, she took it off of the counter and was like, "It's so good, Mama." And I'm like, "Oh, it is so good." But again, I just love how this turned out. It's so good. All right, that was House of Haunts. My next 3 are ornaments that are for family on my mom's side. So if anyone is watching, please tune out for the next 2 to 3 minutes, and then you can tune back in, because you guys will be getting these. All right, so this first one is one that I did. This is Oh Christmas Tree by Stitching with the Housewives. I started this on the 31st of August and finished it on the 1st of September. And this is what it looks like. So I stitched this, all of these I'm going to show you are on 14 count black aida and stitched with called for DMC. And all are finished on 3.5 inch round sticky board. And the finishing piece I got from Hobby Lobby. This one actually came from the Dollar Tree, but the other 2 I'm going to show came from Hobby Lobby. But this is what it looks like. And then this is the back. And I just hot glued the back and the front on, and I think it looks so good. So that's one of the ornaments. This next one is Home for Christmas by Stitching with the Housewives. I started this on the 6th of September and finished it on the 7th. And then this is what the back looks like. My daughter actually picked the backing fabric, and I think it was such a good choice to coordinate with the red in the front. So thank you. I think she did really great on that. And then my last one is Hot Cocoa by Stitching with the Housewives. And this is what this looks like. My mother-in-law said that this one is her favorite one, and I think I have to agree. I love this one. And then this is what the back looks like on that one. So these all turned out, I think, just so cute. And I have a couple more to do. So you're going to see those in my videos, but I have a couple more to do, but I think these are turning out so cute. I think I plan to do 5 total, and I'm just really excited about them. I'm really excited to gift them to my family this year. Fun story, I decided work has been slow and I need something to get my hands moving when I'm slow at work. And so this is what this project was this week. And so that's what it took me so fast to do. Each of these probably took me about 6 hours per one. So about 18 hours total went into these 3, which when you think of it is a lot of time. But I think my families were worth it. At least they better be appreciative of it. Anyway, work has been slow this past week, so I needed something to keep my hands busy, and I figured I already have enough on my plate and enough spoons to fill. Let me do something that adds on even more stress and more on my plate. So that's when I got the idea to stitch a ornament for everyone in my family. And so I don't know why I decided to do it, but I'm very happy that I did. And I think they're going to be very happy with it too. I'm really excited. Okay, sappy part over. That was all of my FFOs. So I, again, had 7, super excited about them. Thank you for watching those. And now I'm going to move on to my new starts, which have also been my whips for the past 3 weeks as well. Those FFOs and new starts that I just showed, and the 2 pieces I'm going to show are what all I've been working on the past 3 weeks. I have not been working on my midnight for my sibling for Christmas that I've showed by Frizzy Lizzy Stitches that she designed. I have not been working on that. I also have not been working on my horror icons one. I actually did work on that. I probably put in about 10 stitches, but it's, to me, I can't justify showing it because you can't notice anything. So I definitely plan to make it a priority to work on both of those within the next 2 weeks, so that way I can show progress on them for you guys, because I know some of you guys like looking at those progress. So these 2 I'm about to show are new starts and the whips that I've been working on. So let me show you what they are. So this first one is a test stitch that I'm doing. It is called Trick or Treat by Mistress of the Seams. And this is what it looks like. And so this is what mine looks like. So you can see that I obviously have green fabric. I dyed this myself. It's just a green that I had in my stash. I don't remember what color green is. I think it's just called green, to be honest. I only used a little bit to give it this nice like neon-ish color. And then I outlined the ghost and filled him in quite a bit and did a pumpkin and then a little bit of background down here. This I started on the 15th of August, and I worked on this for probably about 5 or so days within the past 3 weeks. I actually really like doing this. I just actually think that the background is what's going to be the hardest part for me, because that orange and the red that is like the aura around, it has a lot of confetti in it, and I hate confetti with a burning passion. So I know that once I get there, it won't be fun for me anyway. So I'm kind of pacing myself on this one a little bit. Again, I'm very excited with the progress that is going on. I really love all of the colors in the pumpkin. I love that pumpkin. And then this is what the floss looks like. So lots and lots of reds and oranges and yellows, and you got a purple and a pink thrown in there. And it just looks so good on this fabric, I think. It just looks so good. So this is another one that I'm really excited about. I'm very excited because it's my first cross stitch test stitch. I let her know at the beginning that I was not extremely fast, and she was okay with it and still let me do it. So I'm really, very excited about it, and I'm really hoping to get that done within the next like month or two. I'm not going to put a time limit on it, but I do want it done by this season end. So hopefully by November-ish, hopefully October 31st, but again, I'm not going to put a time frame on it. My next one I have is my Stitching with the Housewives October monthly weigh-in. And this is what October looks like. Love the purples in that. And then this is what mine looks like so far. So I stitched on this for one night. Sorry, okay, there we go. I stitched on this for one night. Did not get much done. I got the door, 2 of the windows, and then a little bit of the scale, but not much. So I still have a long way to go on this. This will actually be probably my work stitch that I was talking about for this upcoming week, this next week. So that way I could put more work on this. But I love how it looks. I'm actually really upset that I'm actually really thinking about going in and unpicking the door. And instead of doing the door orange, I'm going to do it purple. Because purple indicates that a witch lives in the house, and I want a witch to live in this haunted house because a witch lives in my house. That's me. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to turn the orange door purple. So I might do that to kind of give it a feel of more homey to me, I should say. So that was my October monthly weigh-in. And then that is all of my new starts and my whips and my finishes and my FFOs. It's all of the good stuff. So now I'm going to move on to the other good stuff, which is the haul. I have a little bit of haul. I have nothing in no particular order. I'm just kind of going to grab out of my bin here and talk about it, essentially. So I put in an order to Fat Quarter Shop, and I ordered the Just Cross Stitch ornament magazine that they put out. So I have that. I'm not going to show it. Kimberly Jolly showed it on her Flosstube live stream this past Wednesday. I will link that video down below if you want to see a little bit of that. I'm not going to show it though. But to finish these ornaments, I had to get some more sticky board. And it's just so much more convenient to get the circles instead of cutting it out myself. So I will gladly pay the money to get circles out of conveniency. So I got the sticky boards. And then I also got this pumpkin house needle minder. And I know I say this a lot, but I am obsessed with this. I am going to be stitching the houses on Pumpkin Lane that Fat Quarter Shop is hosting come January. I will be stitching along with that, and so I wanted the needle minder to go with that. I don't use them. I think it weighs down my fabric quite a bit, but since I'm doing the sal, I had to have the needle minder. It's so cute. And then I made a project bag. So this is my project bag. Can we talk about this fabric? This fabric is so cute. This fabric is so me. I love it so much. I got this fabric at Joann's, and I was like, that needs to be a project bag. So I got a half yard, and I got a half yard of this inside, some vinyl, and I made myself a little project bag. And what is going to go in this is my husband has already told me that he bought me a pattern for my birthday in October. And so I'm going to put that in here so I can start it and kit it up. And I'm super excited about that too. And then I have here the fabric that I dyed that I just showed you. And then I also dyed another, this is 14 count antique white Charles Craft Aida, mouthful, that I just dyed orange. And in the Just Cross Stitch Halloween edition magazine that they put out this year, there is a Halloween like autumn Quaker, and I'm going to stitch that on this, and I think that's going to look so cute. That only calls for one color, I think maybe two, maybe a white. It's black and white, I think. So I might actually do that as a quick stitch sometime within the next couple weeks, but I'm still debating on that. But that is what I dyed the fabric for. And then I also got one of the deals, flash sales of the day on Fat Quarter Shop was 14 count Aida Picture This Plus Shadow. I went ahead and got that. And I want to open this up and show you the marbling on it, because look how pretty that is. I have no idea what I'm going to use this for. I just know that I had to have it. Sorry. So I had to snatch that up when I saw it. It was such a pretty color. It's also a really good fabric to have in stash. So that's what's going to happen to it until I can find the perfect piece to put on it. I'm thinking something Halloween-y, maybe a Quaker. I think that would be really cute. And then I also went to my local fabric and cross stitch supply store, which is Always in Stitches in Noblesville, Indiana. And I participated in a couple weeks ago. It was a group stitch, and I was so excited and nervous to go. It was my first time doing anything like that. And while I was there, I picked up some goodies. I picked up the Blooming Tiny Town. And then I also picked up the Harvest Tiny Town. In my last video, I showed Halloween Tiny Town. So now I have 3 of them that I want to stitch, that I need to stitch. So on the back of them, it shows you the other tiny towns. This one has Patriotic and the Big Heart Tiny Town. And this one has the Halloween one. But I still need both of those. So I want to, my goal is next year to stitch one of these a season. So I'm hoping I can keep up with that. But yeah, so I actually want to talk more about that group stitch that I did right after my last haul item. While I was also at Always in Stitches, I actually kitted up a project while I was there. And so what I kitted up was Autumn on the Farm by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I chose a 25 count mushroom Lugana as my fabric. And then I got the called for floss while I was there, the fancy floss, which is Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works. The Classic Colorworks is Cherry Cobbler. And then the Weeks Dye Works is Oscar. Both of them are very pretty. So I went ahead, grabbed those while I was there, and I grabbed the DMC a couple of days later. I have the DMC now. It's just not in the bag. I need to put it in there and get everything onto bobbins, so that way I can start this. I already have the finishing piece for it that I'm going to show here in a moment. And I'm very excited to start this one. I probably won't start it this year, unfortunately, unless if something's let up in my schedule. But I'm hoping to start it probably this time next year. I would fingers crossed, so that way I can get it onto the finishing piece. Anyway, yes, so I wanted to talk more about the Always in Stitches cross stitch group that I was part of. It was a group that you signed up for. There was about 8 of us ladies there, and you just sat and stitched and talked, and it was amazing. I loved every minute of it. I met everyone there was so nice and so welcoming for it being my first time, asking me a whole bunch of questions and how long I've been stitching, and just being so welcoming and nice to me. I felt very welcomed while I was there. I love going to Always in Stitches. You always walk in and it's like you're home while you're there, and this class was no exception. And I met the lovely Raspberry Stitches while I was there. I will tag them down below. Everyone should go check out her videos. She was so nice and talked to me the entire time. It was such a nice experience meeting you, and I really hope that I get to see you again when I join the groups again. It's because I'm definitely going again. Anyway, so thank you for listening to that. I said I have some finishing pieces that I want to talk about, so I'm going to grab those and talk about them. So my first one I got from Hobby Lobby, and it's this ladder, and this is actually what I'm going to put Fall on the Farm on. How I'm going to do it is I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to put the piece on it. The piece will actually center nicely from here to here. I already measured it. So it's going to sit like that, and then this is going to go up onto our wall at some point in time. Again, hopefully within the next year. But just a little piece from Hobby Lobby. This was in their fall section, 40% off. This is the SKU if anyone needs it. And then my next piece I got from Hobby Lobby as well. And it's just a little Christmas tree with a little decor, but I thought that one of these would fit so perfectly right there. Like, look at how cute that is. And I can even finish it with the wood around that. Look at that. That is so cute. So I had that idea. I had to buy it immediately without even knowing if it fit or not. Thankfully it does, so I can get that going. And I'm going to do that this year, actually. Another piece I got from Big Lots. I saw this in the Stitching with the Housewives Facebook group, and then I immediately went to my Big Lots and bought it. So this is what it is. I saw someone do their monthly weigh-ins on this, and they put the September sign here, or they mounted it on this front piece, and then they had the scarecrow and like the weigh-in here, and then they filled up the basket. I plan to do that, but for the Back Up the Truck series that Stitching with the Housewives did. It fits this piece perfectly. And then I can add a nice big bow on top to kind of cover up a little bit more of this. And then I can just fill in some decor here in the bottom. And I think that it's going to look so cute hanging up on our wall here within the next year. All of these plans are within the next year, unfortunately. You know how cross stitch is. It's a long process. So... but once everything gets done, it's going to look so cute, and it's going to look like my dreams. Hobby Lobby also had their dough bowls 40% off, so I had to grab a dough bowl. My cat has claimed this as hers. I plan on stitching the Prairie Schooler Smalls that I have. I'm not going to grab the pattern right now. I will put a photo here of what the pattern looks like. But that's what I'm going to stitch. I'm going to stitch those smalls. I have a plan for my October stitching that includes some of these smalls, and they're going to go in this dough bowl with some greenery and some leaves. And in my head, it looks cute, and I think you can imagine how it looks. I think it looks good. And then my last piece, Stitching with the Housewives, posted this on their YouTube channel this past week, and I went to my Michael's and I immediately grabbed one, and it's the wire basket that had the kitty candy corn on it. I will also be using it for the kitty candy corn, but I will be using magnets and washers to attach it. This is what the kitty candy corn looks like. That's what mine's gonna look like as well, at least this top part, not the greenery inside, but at least the top part. And I'm going to put washers and magnets on it and interchange it with their honeybee garden and their To All a Good Night as well. So the 3 major seasons, I'm going to interchange it, and I think that's going to look so cute. So that's another plan I have for the next year. Come the new year, I'm going to start stitching honeybee garden, so that way I can get that done and on here as soon as possible. And I'm super excited about this piece hanging up in our living room as well. So that is all of my haul that I have. My next thing I want to go into is my nesting seams. Nesting Seams is a company that I own, operate, run, and off of Etsy. I make and sell quilts as well as table runners, wall hangings. If you want a commission piece, I can do a commission piece for you. You just have to get in contact with me. My commissions are closed for the end of this year, unfortunately, but starting probably mid-February, I will open them back up and go from there for the next year. Anyway, Nesting Seams Quilting Company is my company, and I am doing a drop on Monday the 11th, and I'm going to have 2 items. Then I want to show what those items are. So this first one I showed a couple weeks ago in my other Flosstube, and it is, these are not bound yet, they still need binding on them, but this is Hello Fall. Let me stand up. Okay, this is what it looks like. So this is a wall hanging. It is a yard panel, so it's 36 inches by 42-ish, 44-ish inches. I will give actual measurements, but I am also going to be putting, if you didn't see my video a couple weeks ago from when I talked about this wall hanging, it will have a hanging sleeve on it, as well as my Nesting Seams logo on it as well, as a tag. So that is, I will have a couple of these in my shop, and I'm super excited about those. I think those will sell really well. And then I also have a table runner in my shop. So this is what the table runner looks like. So it's actually double that size. It's huge. It's about 44 inches long by about 11.5 inches wide. So this can fit a dining room table, it can fit your coffee table, it can just be a table topper, but this one will also have, it's quilted. You can see the quilting that I did on it. I just did a cross on it. But this will also be in my shop. I'm excited about this one too. I love this one. I first made this last year for my dad and my stepmom, and they love it. They have it up all year round on in their house, and I think that this is just a really great piece for Halloween season, and I'm super excited about that. So I'll have a couple of these as well. And then some of the other things I had planned didn't go as planned, so I kind of scratched those, and I am going to do that. So that's what I'm going to have for Monday. My next drop after that is going to be in, I think, October, November, and that's going to be a Christmas drop. And I will have more in that. I just need to finish what I have first, and then I will talk more about that later at a different time. So that is actually all that I have to show. I hope you found something that you like. If you made it this far in the video, please leave me a pink heart. I would love to see who made it this far, and I would love to read any and all comments that you guys may have about any of the things that I had done today, or if you maybe have any suggestions on anything else that you have seen today. Thank you all for watching, and I will hope to see you on a regular rotation in the next 2 weeks. That will put us at the end of the month. So I hope you guys have a great time stitching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.